If you're trying to sell an inherited house in Austin, there's some mistakes that could cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Most people don't realize it until it's too late. If you've inherited a house in Texas, my name is Nate Clark. I'm an Austin-based probate-focused realtor. I help heirs and executors buy and sell real estate all the time, and I see a lot of people that leave money on the table. One of the biggest misconceptions is we have to wait for probate to be finished before we can sell. Not true. Once the court appoints an executor or an administrator and issues letters of testamentary or letters of administration, that person has legal authority to act on behalf of the estate. That includes selling the house while probate is still ongoing. Waiting unnecessarily can cost you money because it can mean increased expenses and holding costs, missing market timing, or letting the property decline. Mistake number 2 is assuming that everybody has authority. Families oftentimes assume, well, there are 5 heirs, everybody has an equal say in this matter, when as a matter of fact, that's not true. Remember that in Texas, it's the executor, not the heirs, who has authority to sell. Heirs are entitled to proceeds, not control of the sale. Misunderstanding this can cause more delays and conflict. Mistake number 3 is using a normal realtor instead of a realtor that specializes in probate. Probate sales are not normal sales. They involve court authority, title requirements, creditor issues, timing restrictions, and oftentimes specialty repairs or selling as is where necessary. A normal realtor can list too early, miss required documentation, or lose buyers at the title stage. This happens a lot more often than most people would expect. Mistake number 4 is actually overestimating the value of the home. Inherited homes often come with emotional and sentimental value, but in Texas, buyers base value on condition, location, and market timing. Overpricing a probate home can oftentimes lead to long days on the market, price reductions, a stale listing, and less money in your pocket at the end of the day. Mistake number 5 is ignoring repairs, cleaning, and safety items. A lot of inherited homes haven't been updated, have deferred maintenance, and can raise red flags for buyers. Small improvements, knowing what to fix, but more importantly, knowing what not to fix and waste money on, can dramatically affect offers and the amount of money you walk away with on your bottom line. Mistake number 6 is panicking about taxes or debt. Families often rush decisions because they fear capital gains taxes, medical bills, or even creditors taking the house. In reality, Texas probate actually protects the heirs more than they might even realize. Fear leads to bad timing and bad decisions. Mistake number 7 is not having a clear plan before listing. The biggest mistake of all is listing a home for sale without a strategy. Selling an inherited house in Austin should include timing the market, understanding probate authority, planning around expenses, coordinating with attorneys in title, including opening title before the house is even on the market. And without a plan, things fall apart mid-sale. And the last thing you want to do is go under contract, have things fall apart during the middle of a contract, and then have to go back on the market, which typically raises even more red flags, even if there's nothing that you did wrong. So if you're selling an inherited property here in Austin, understanding these mistakes can save you a ton of money and a lot of headaches. It's a really important part of the process. If you need help navigating the real estate side of probate, I'm happy to walk you through what to expect. All my contact information is down below.